That's okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We have a couple of things to get through today for week 2, so that you guys can get credit for being here. I know that Trinity has an appointment she needs to get to, so we'll make sure that we try and get you out. Okay, so got you all down for being here. We're going to go over this week's lessons, which are on the long and short-term goals, and some of you guys have gone over that. And then you're also going to learn a little bit about the AVID binder. So we're going to get down to a little business right now. If you haven't already done so, I sent you an invite for Google Classroom. Although we're not going to really do anything in Google Classroom, Google has a really cool app that I can put onto my toolbar and send stuff out directly to you as a class. I can push a web page to you. So like today, we're going to be doing something with a document. And rather than you all having to copy and open up the document, if I have a Google Classroom set up, I can just, and you're logged into your i6 and your Google account, and it can just automatically share that website with you and pop it up on your screen. So that's why I want to make sure that you do that so that I can get that information out to you. So a little bit about the long and short-term goals. The main things in AVID is organization, and the A in the acronym stands for AVID stands for advancement. So this week you're going to be looking at your quarter plan, an annual plan, and then your 4-year plan, so that you can plan out what it is that you want to do and start setting some long-term goals and some short-term goals. So for AVID and here at iSucceed, you're going to find a reference to a GPA, and that's not your grade point average. For AVID, your GPA refers to goals, plan, and actions. So it's a simple method that helps you to attain your goals. So you're going to figure out what it is that you want to accomplish, set a plan for how you're going to accomplish your goal, and then there'll be actions that you're going to take in order to make sure that that plan is a reality. That's why we have you guys do binders, and you're going to have a goals plan action form that you have to fill out as part of your lessons. And then you're going to have a check where in a couple of weeks you're going to have to say, okay, this is what my goal was. This is where I'm at right now. These are the things I can do to make sure that I reach my goal. So another acronym that you're going to run into is the SMART goal, and I'm sure you've heard of it before. Just make sure that your goals are specific, that they're measurable, that they're action-oriented, they're reasonable, and they're timely. So an example would be an academic goal would be to pass all your courses with a B or higher. So that's something that is specific. It's something that is measurable. You can tell whether or not you got there. It's something that's attainable. It's something that, measurable, attainable, realistic. It is a realistic goal for you. And then there's something that has a time. So by the end of the quarter, you'll know whether or not you reach that goal. Okay. Another one would be to have perfect attendance. Does anybody have any questions on goals and SMART goals? Nope. Okay, we're going to move on. So the other part of the lesson this week in lesson 5 is about your AVID binder. So in your AVID binder, you're going to set up a Google folder that contains all of your classes. So you'll have a folder that says AVID binder. It'll have your first initial and your last name, and then iSucceed Virtual High School 1819 binder. And they go through how in the lesson to identify and label that as your binder. Then what you're going to do is you're going to share that folder with me. so that I have access to it. So when it comes time to do the binder check, I can just go in there and look and make sure that you have everything that you're supposed to have inside your binder. So inside that Google folder that says the binder, you're going to have a course folder for every class that you have that course. So you have one that says AVID quarter 1. You're going to have one that says, whatever your other classes are. So you'll have 4 folders in there in your AVID binder. Then you're going to do your annual GPA calculator. So that's the document where you're going to enter your goal and your current grade into, and it calculates your GPA based on those, which is different from the other GPA. This is going to calculate your grade point average. Okay. So you'll have your annual and quarterly goals, and that's also, I believe it's a form that you're going to fill out, or a document that you're going to include in your AVID folder. You'll put your AVID contract into the folder. Your courses, it's going to walk you through how to create a cover sheet. You'll also put your pacing charts in there for each class, so you know what lesson you should be on for each week of the class. And then also in your course folders, you'll have any assignments that you have for that particular class. So the AVID binder is there to help you get organized. Does anybody have a question on your binders?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep rocking and rolling through this. So I do have a little team bonding here. Did everybody get into the Google Classroom? Let me see who I got on here. I saw some of you in there before we started. Let's see. I see Gracie.
Finally, I've been having difficulties joining.
Oh, welcome.
Hi, I've been having difficulties joining.
Okay, so what we're talking about right now is I sent you guys an invite. So check your email real quick and see if you have the invite for Google Classroom. And you're just going to click on accept. So
yeah, I did that. Okay. I did that in the process of trying to join.
Okay, so let me see if I can refresh here and make sure we have you. See who's on my list and who isn't. And the reason why, Jacob, is because I'm going to push a document to you. And so if you're in my Google Classroom, it should automatically open up on your page.
Okay.
Yep, it looks like we're good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna give this a try here. It tells you to open the scavenger hunt thing, but I'm going to push it to you, and we'll see how this works. We're going to push this document to the students. Okay. So you should have the Morty personal scavenger hunt. Did it pop up on anybody's computer?
No, it didn't pop up on mine.
Did not yet.
No.
Push to students. Not push. Okay, hang on just a second. Let me get to it. Students can edit the file.
On classwork for the AVID.
Okay. So it should actually open up a new tab.
It ain't working.
It's not working?
No.
It's probably just taking a second to process.
Yeah, give it just a second. We'll see what comes up here. Let me know if anybody gets it. So hopefully it will come. Of course, you have to be logged into your email in order to get to it.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. You should have your
logged into my email.
Into Google. You should be logged into Google under your iSucceed, and it should come. Okay. All right. That's not going to come up. Let's just I'm going to open it up here on this page so we can walk through. I'll try to figure out what's going on. Maybe it hasn't updated since. Okay. You may have it pop up on your computer later on. So know that if it pops up, the reason later is because I shared it with you. So what we're looking for is you guys to take turns filling out the squares until we can fill the entire board. So, has anybody ever been overseas?
No, I have not.
No.
Nobody been overseas? All right.
I have overseen some stuff.
I actually have been, so I put my. I've been to Turkey and to Greece.
I'll go at the end of this year. But
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right.
So,
Anybody have 4 or more siblings?
Or...
4 or more siblings? Do they have to be full siblings or like half siblings?
They can be either one.
Or step siblings.
Okay, then
Yeah,
I
I
have
do.
one.
Do step siblings count?
Sure. Give me names. Anybody?
I only have one sibling, but
Holy.
I'm drowning in cousins.
I have more than 4.
And who's this?
Counting step siblings, I have more than 4 siblings.
Huh? Okay, so let's do this. Trinity, do you have more than 4 siblings?
Nope, I only got 2.
No. Alexa.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have more than 4 siblings?
Coley.
I do.
Coley, and who is that?
Grace.
Grace. Okay. Anybody have a birthday in the summer?
No.
Yes, mine is.
Grace, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would say the summer is, well, officially up till September 22nd. So from March 23rd to the 22nd.
Then, yeah, I got a summer birthday.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Anybody ever ridden on a motorcycle?
Yes.
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 Ooh.
Man, my life is pretty boring.
Oh, looks like we got Coley, Trinity. Who else was that said they had?
I think I did when I was little. A couple times. I don't remember.
Grace. I have many years ago.
Famous? Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
All right. Famous people who said they had?
I have.
Coley.
Coley. Who have you met?
A lot of like singers and stuff, and then some TV show hosts in Las Vegas.
Cool. I met Spider-Man at Disneyland. Does that count?
I met Pluto and Tigger.
There you go.
I've met a few musicians, but no actors or anything like that.
Well,
Actually, I've met a deaf performer.
cool.
So I'm a CODA, child of deaf adult, so I'm very involved in the deaf community in this area.
Well, that's
And
cool.
I have met deaf performers that have come and performed stories or stuff for the deaf community.
Cool.
They're famous in the deaf community, but not famous by.
That
any
still
other
counts.
Yeah,
Has anybody read all of the Harry Potter books?
Yeah.
none of them. I haven't read any of them. I
I've
don't.
never read a single one.
Yeah, I personally don't like spooky magic.
I've seen all the movies.
Yeah. I haven't read all the books or seen all the movies. It's not my genre. Is anybody?
Yeah.
I'm just not dedicated enough.
I love to read. It's not what I like to read. So, can anybody play the guitar?
Yeah.
I've taken guitar lessons, but I can't say I can play the guitar.
You can pick at it.
Sound.
You can make
I
a
have
sound.
guitar. Does that count?
I can play it.
Who said they can play it?
Coley.
Coley? Cool.
The first time I
Hello.
met a famous person was I was walking down the road and I like almost face planted into Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god.
It was really awkward. so I
Some
just
girls
ran.
would kill for that.
I saw Mr. Mosby from Sweet Love Zack and Cody at McDonald's once.
Cool. All right. Has anybody ever gone swimming in the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that everybody?
Back to the guitar question. I only know one song.
Is it Hot Cross Bun?
Okay. Is that you, Jacob, that was playing just now?
Yeah.
We'll
Like,
get you in on there.
too far away.
My guitar is just right here.
Alexa, did you say that you've gone swimming in the ocean?
Yeah, I have.
If I'm getting it wrong, tell me. Jacob, did you go swimming in the ocean?
I will never swim in the ocean after watching Jaws.
How about you,
I
Kylie?
haven't
watched-
Jaws
I
yet.
watched Jaws at a very young age, so no ocean for me.
Same. My mom loved the movie.
Anybody
Yeah.
left-handed?
Nope.
No left-handers. Anybody the
My
oldest?
mom's left-handed.
I'm the oldest.
I'm the oldest.
Ooh.
I'm the baby.
Coley, Jacob, and who was the other one?
Hold me.
Okay. Anybody who loves video games?
I have a Nintendo 64. I have a Nintendo GameCube.
Yes.
I have a Nintendo Game Boy. I have a Nintendo Switch. I have a Super Nintendo. I have a Nintendo DS. I have a Wii. I have a Wii U. I have
So,
Good way to
Jacob,
count.
you're a yes. Okay.
definite yes. Put me in
I used
twice.
to like playing games until I started up my business. And now I just forgot.
Oh,
in
what
my
business?
Xbox and collecting dust.
What
What-
business?
It's a music entertainment business.
Nice. I want to be an animator, and I want to start like an animation studio so I can make my own cartoons.
Cool.
One thing that I want to do. I grew up with cartoons, so I've always wanted to make cartoons.
Yeah, I have a cousin who, well, not a cousin. I have a niece who is going into animation I think she's at BYU studying animation.
Nice.
Yeah.
I watched documentaries when I was a little kid.
Has anybody ever caught a fish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
If you live in Idaho, you better have.
Yeah, honestly, true.
I caught one when I was 3,
All right.
but I haven't caught in any since.
How about has a
First
broken
time.
bone? Anybody ever broken a bone?
Nope.
My arm in 2 places.
Okay, good. You got that one covered. Anybody afraid of heights?
I'm
I broke
also
a bone, too.
afraid of
A little
falling.
bit. Yeah, yeah.
It's not the fall that kills you, it's the impact.
You know what I mean.
But you're scared as you fall.
That's right.
You're not
I'm,
dying, you're falling.
I'm
Anybody,
more the person that would laugh manically.
Oh no.
anybody else other than Trinity who's afraid of heights?
Well, I'm afraid of heights situationally.
Okay. Anybody who slept till noon during the summer?
Every
I
day.
slept 5
Yeah.
days straight.
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my alarm.
Okay. Who likes to go camping?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is another
I
Idaho
love camping.
thing.
Hey,
What's
do you want to
for
burn a couple
all?
of our vacation days sleeping on the ground outside?
There you go. Anybody not like hamburgers?
Heresy of the highest order!
I'm not about them. That's because I'm a vegetarian, so I can't really eat them. So
You know what the Native American word for vegetarian? What do you
I
you
don't
know what
usually eat American
vegetarian
food.
Native American, right?
Okay, is there
Yep.
anybody who's not wearing socks right now?
Yes, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Grace, Jacob, who else?
Help me.
I have to kind of watch to see who's like screen is like their microphone is lighting up. so I can see. Yeah. So hopefully we've got to know a little bit more about each other through that activity.
Do you know what vegetarian means to Native American?
Probably not sign positive.
Bad hunter.
Bad hunter. Oh.
What do you mean I can hunt Navajos? Fight me.
All right. So looking forward, your learning team activity, you need to, there's a goal form in lesson 4, and some of you have already submitted those. So what I want you to do is share your goals with your team members, along with one concern that you have about meeting that goal. And then you need to give advice to at least one other person, and you'll get 50 points for sharing the goals and 50 points for sharing advice. Okay. And that'll make up your team activity this week.
Woohoo.
Yeah, real quick and easy. So I'll like I did last week, I'll share the recording with you guys, and also the link for the PowerPoint, so you'll have this. And we do still have from the first week, I'll just add on to it to our toolbox. So last week we had some college stuff and teacher calendar stuff. And then this week there's some links for some stuff on goal setting and how to organize your Google Drive. There's a YouTube video here for you. Just a couple of things. There's a few teams that haven't learned renamed their Hangout group, and make sure that I'm included on that as well.
X-ray.
I
Okay.
got a question on that.
Yes.
What if you tried but your team didn't respond to you?
We have several people that haven't done anything at this point. Just make sure that I'm included in on your team. You add them, make sure you include me, and if they don't respond back to you, you'll still get credit for it. And
They won't.
They won't. Yes.
Okay, so can I make up the names so I can get past that lesson?
Yes. Go ahead and make up the name. If nobody else responded to you, make it up and you go on. If they don't like it, then you guys can discuss that later and change it.
Make it something that they definitely won't like.
I'll make it something super ridiculous. That is hard to say.
There you go. So on Mondays, I'll send out an email to you.
Just some unpronounceable mess of letters.
There you go. Okay.
Just slam your hand down on the keyboard and see what happens.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something French.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
So on Mondays, I'm going to send you out an email, and it'll kind of go over what's to look forward to for the week, the topics, and what needs to be done. Make sure that you're getting your assignments completed by Sunday night. So by this Sunday, you should be finished with lesson 5. So if you haven't done that, make sure you get in and get those first 5 lessons done. Unlike your other classes, the AVID class has to be done on a weekly basis. We are going to, after this week, we're not going to be accepting late work. So we want you guys to stay up on your work.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so make sure you get it in.
Wait, like all classes?
No, just in AVID. Okay. The other ones are at your own pace, but AVID, because we're doing things week by week, and like Trinity's found nobody else is responding to her, probably because they haven't even started their AVID class. And so they're not getting that information back to you, and it's not fair to you as a group member if everybody else in your group isn't doing anything. So we want to make sure that everybody is participating. So you get points for the live session. Though the live session and your teamwork points come at the end of the week's lessons. So at the end of lesson 5, it's going to say if you attended the live session, type in attended. If you're watching the recording, then that's where you would post your 2-paragraph so that we have that documentation and I can give you the points. And if you don't attend...
My goal is to make it to every single one of these because I don't like writing things down.
There you go. See, and that's our position as well as teachers of AVID, is we want you here and interacting because it's much, and we want to make sure that the makeup assignment is something that is much harder than actually coming and being here. So
I hate writing.
I don't mind it. I'm just too lazy. It's more work.
Yeah.
So
Well, I hate writing that. I hate writing that's not creative writing.
True.
Yep. So
If it's like creative, I'll be all over it. But if it's like write 5 paragraphs about dust, I will be out of there faster than.
Yep. Okay, so I did not get anybody's personal crest that you guys were supposed to do for last week. Nobody shared that with me. So what I want to try for this week is just email me 2 pictures that you want to share with the group, and I'm going to put together a little collage for next week's meeting so that everybody
Can I
can
just
see each
draw
other.
something?
If you want to draw something, that's fine. Just send me 2 digital pictures. Can be family, pets, home, vacations, hobbies, whatever you want it
can
to
show
be.
my animals.
Yes.
Can I send like 8 cat pictures?
It
I don't have
says
8 cats.
We love your cat.
at least, okay? So any other questions that you have on that?
Will that be
Yeah,
in the
how about see
lesson?
pictures of
Okay, what was your question?
Will it be in the lesson?
It is not going to be in the lesson. You'll just have to email it to me. So if you want to do that like right now,
I literally just looked at my email and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, that's you know.
I'll shoot you out a reminder on Monday. Say, hey, in my weekly email, just remember if you haven't shared your pictures with me or email them to me, please do that now so that I can get it together. Okay.
I could just post it in our Hangouts thing. I could just post mine in the Hangouts.
Yeah, if you want to, you can post them in your group, in your learning team groups, and I can pull them from there as well.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Go Team X-Ray.
Yep. So if nobody has anything else, just a reminder to make sure that you share your goals with your team members and give advice to them. And then once you're done with that, you guys are done for the week, other than making sure you're on at the end of lesson 5.
That's what I'm going to be doing after this.
All right. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then we will end here, and you guys go get busy on your work.
Alright, Grace, just the best advice, get your work done, okay? Done.
Yeah, thanks, Trinity. Ditto.
Done. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
I just have a flash drive with a few of my drawings on it, so that I'm just putting those in the Hangouts.
Awesome. Thanks.
I gotta run.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.